professorships are vacant. What is he teaching? He's teaching everything, right? Or like he's filling in and doing Hebrew, Syriac, Greek,
Old Testament,
New Testament,
systematics.
So it's wild. So why then does he take on a full course on Arminianism? Why is that occupying so much of his mental effort, given the fact that he's already spread so thin?
Yeah, I think it's because of the threat he perceived to the English Reformation and the cause of God, right, against the Pelagians. He saw himself as a continuator, as did others, of Thomas Bradwardine, right, and his De Causa Dei, the cause of God against the Pelagians. And in some of the prefatory material by Nethen and others, that's how they see Rutherford as well, as a 17th century redivivus of Augustine or Bradwardine. And the way that I see it, at least, is that very good theologians, and I would class in this category Augustine, Calvin, Beza, and Rutherford, plus many others. They don't only deal with the surface claim that an opponent makes, but they have an ability to see beneath and beyond the surface claim and to trace out the multiple implications. And so,
that can make people very uncomfortable, can't it? Especially opponents, when they think, I didn't say that. And he said, well, correct. I'm not saying you said that explicitly, but if we dig down, these are the implications, or this is where it's headed.
That's right. A simple example would be for someone to say, I affirm Christ's divinity. I just say that his divinity is somewhat different than the Father's.
Right.
It may seem on the surface harmless to someone who doesn't think it through, but a theologian like Rutherford and many others, but I believe Rutherford is quite good at this, has the ability to trace out all of the implications and say, to claim there's another kind of divinity is to corrupt the notion of divinity altogether. So you can't hold these things in tension. They're mutually contradictory.
Sometimes Rutherford is presented as I think is mentioned in the book, as something like a heresy hound. Like he's able to sniff out error faster than his contemporaries. Along those lines that we've already been talking, is this generally overwhelmingly a good thing? Is this somewhat also a criticism? I know. There's other cases in which in the book sometimes it's mentioned that he's being unfair to some people at times, or that it's overly harsh maybe in some of his language.
Well, I believe Dr. Van Dixhoorn opens that as a possibility a couple places in his introduction, that perhaps Rutherford has misunderstood or potentially engaged in some special pleading. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say the special pleading, because I don't believe Chad has used that particular phrase. No. But of course that's possible, because no theologian, much less Rutherford, is infallible. But to my mind, these things have to be really proven, rather than simply we can wonder about it. So what I'm really curious to see is, as theologians, contemporaries to ourselves, as they begin to digest what Rutherford has said, if they will be able to find any cracks in his reasoning. As I went through the work, I was at the same time displeased with the quality of Latin, because it's so scholastic, but amazed by the quality of his argumentation. And I was fully convinced of virtually everything he said. I couldn't find any weaknesses. Perhaps others can.